Hey, good morning, Delaware Church. How's it going? I am so glad that you have joined me in this 31 days journaling through the book of Proverbs. Yes, it is a journey, a 31-day reading through the book of Proverbs. And I'm pumped for us to walk together through this amazing book that will change our lives as we endure and persevere through the reading, through the meditating, through prayer, and through worship. Hey, before I go any further into this video, I'd love to give you some instruction that I think it is important. For the next 31 days, every Tuesday and Thursday, we're going to devote of God's Word together. We'll be here, right in here, together, reading God's Word and meditating on it together. We have also created for you a reading plan that we believe will encourage you and will keep you on track. Help you day by day mark where you're at, and we believe that is going to be helpful to keeping you accountable in reading for the next 31 days. Maybe you miss a day or two, you can go back and see where you're at and keep you on track and keep you accountable. We believe that's going to be helpful. So if you'd like to have that reading plan, why don't you go to the church website, and there is a banner that says Book of Proverbs and the reading to the Book of Proverbs. If you click there, you can find it. Maybe you are already at the church website watching this. You have probably seen already the reading guide through that. Maybe you're watching through our Facebook, and you're wondering, how do I get it? Down here below, I'll comment with a link and a picture of it. Maybe you're watching through our YouTube channel. Maybe you're right now on our YouTube channel watching this. I would love to tell you that there is a description of the video. If you click on the description of the video, there right down there, there'll be a link for you to find this reading plan that will keep you on track and encourage you as you go through this next 31 days together. I also said on Sunday that as you're reading through the chapters, that I'd like for you to every day to ask this very important question. What part of the chapter is God highlighting to you? When you're reading through a chapter of the Bible, there's always a word, a statement, or a verse that really gets stuck into your mind. You keep thinking about it. And what is that? Well, as you're reading through that chapter that day, what is the one thing that God is highlighting to you? And then the second question is this: how does it make you feel? How does that part that was highlighted to you make you feel? And then the third thing is this: what is God calling you to do through that verse, that word, that statement that was highlighted to you? We're gonna do that together today. And I'll also take a little bit of a time to devote with you on that one verse that God highlighted to me. On chapter 2 of Proverbs, which is the chapter of today, we started yesterday on the 11th, was the first day, so we chapter 1 on the 11th, chapter 2 today on the 12th. And as I was reading, the verse that was highlighted to me, that I believe God is impressing to my heart, that God highlighted to me personally, was this: for the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. That's Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6. Let me read it one more time. For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. As you read through the book of Proverbs, it's abundantly clear that the right path is the one built on wisdom. And the path that the fool travels down is the wrong path, and the path that is built outside of the wisdom that God's provide. People ask me, where do you get this wisdom, Pastor Sam? Where do you get wisdom? And this verse is clear. Wisdom comes from God. God is the source of wisdom. God alone holds wisdom in his hand. It is not something that you can attain or you can achieve on your own. No, wisdom begins with a relationship with him. Let me repeat that again. Wisdom begins with our personal relationship with God. You can't find wisdom outside of God. He's the source, the sustainer, and the giver. To view wisdom as some practical teaching or life lesson is to miss the point of wisdom itself. We miss the point, some of the most of the utmost importance to us, which is our relationship with the one who created us and is the source of wisdom. Wisdom is God's way to protect us from foolishness, from death and destruction. So we should not fall for the desire of this world that say that we can find wisdom outside of God. We find wisdom by investing in our relationship with God. And we do this by pursuing God through a time of reading His Word, of meditating on His Word, a time of prayer and a time of worship. When we decide to walk with Jesus closely and more deeply, as we decide to renew our mind and to purify our hearts, when we value the knowledge of God above all else, our actions will then reveal our true desires, which is important. So, chapter 2, verse 6 is the verse that God has highlighted to me. How does it make me feel? Well, quite frankly, it makes me feel dumb at times. You know why? Why I say that? Here's the reason why. So many times in my life, there's so many situations and circumstances and decisions that needs to be made that calls for wisdom. And instead of asking God for wisdom, pursuing God for wisdom, building on my relationship with Him and spending time on the Word, I go out Googling for answers. I go out looking at things of this world for answer and forgetting to go to the one who has the source of wisdom, of knowledge and understanding. So many times I go through life not understanding things, and man, if I'll just stop and invest in my relationship with God, the Bible tells us that God would release it to us wisdom. He would release to us knowledge and understanding. So many times I go through life confused. I'm talking about me. I go through life confused, not knowing what to do. And I'm asking everybody else and looking at every place else for the solutions of my life. Where verse 6 tells me, only God can give you those things that you're looking for, Pastor Sam. So at times it makes me feel like, maybe be a little bit, use my mind a little bit better. And instead of trying to expend all this mind energy and trying to figure out what is the solution for myself outside of God, maybe I should be pursuing God through biblical reading God's Word, through prayer, through biblical meditation, and also through worship. So that's how it makes me feel. What do you think God's calling me to do? What is God calling me to do, Sam? Through verse 6, I think the first thing is clear, right? Is to pursue a closer relationship with God through reading God's Word. I told this to someone a few years back, and I was talking to him, and he was like, well, you're a pastor, don't you read the Bible enough? And I was like, reading the Bible enough? Is there such a thing? Is there such a thing as reading enough Bible? I don't think so. Here's the reason why. Because here is the source of life. It's like I was saying earlier today, it's very abundant and clear that the path of wisdom, the path that gives life, the abundant life is found here. And I want to know every single step that I ought to take. I am tired of living life of my own and failing and finding myself in desperate places, chaotic place, turmoil in my life. I am tired of finding myself in those because I'm going through life alone. So what is God asking me to do? He's asking me to pursue Him when I need wisdom, and stop pursuing the things of this world for wisdom and to be the solution for my life. So that's it right there. Hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, you can comment below. You can send me an email, and I would love to continue the conversation with you. Hey, why don't you comment below if you're on social media or if you're on YouTube? Why don't you comment below what verse God impressed to you? That would be awesome to know what other parts of chapter 2 God is speaking to His people today. All right? Hey, be blessed. I'll see you on Thursday. All right? Keep on reading. Hey, I'm so thankful you have joined me on this journey. Be blessed.